Use the Labelbox Connector for Databricks to easily prepare unstructured data for AI and analytics in the Lakehouse. Labelbox supports annotation of images, text, video, sound, and geospatial titled images. Discover and connect to Labelbox through Databricks Partner Connect. Click on Labelbox and Databricks Partner Connect. A cluster will automatically be created so you can easily run a tutorial notebook that we will also provide. Next, verify the email address for your Labelbox trial. Labelbox deposits a tutorial notebook to your shared directory in your Databricks workspace. You'll also get a link to that file right here. Finish the trial signup. Now you're in Labelbox with the free trial. Let's go back into Databricks and check out the tutorial notebook. If I go into my workspace and click Shared, I will find the Labelbox demo folder. In that folder is a single notebook. This tutorial notebook guides you through a typical workflow. Identify unstructured data in your data lake and pass the URLs to Labelbox for annotation. You'll be able to annotate your dataset and get the labels back in Databricks for AI and analytics. The first thing we need to do is connect to our cluster. There's the Labelbox cluster that was just created. I'll run the first line to install the Labelbox SDK and the Labelbox connector for Databricks. This next cell requires an API key. Navigate back to my Labelbox trial, click Account, API, and then create a demo API key. Copy that key and navigate back to Databricks to include it in the cell. We recommend using the Databricks Secrets API for this, but for this demo, we're simply pasting in the key. For this notebook demo, we're going to seed your Databricks account with a table of sample images, but you can easily use assets from your cloud storage like AWS S3, Azure Blob, or Google Cloud Storage. After I run these cells, I'll have a table with file names and URLs to image assets. Then we'll take that table and pass it to Labelbox to create the dataset in Labelbox. There's the dataset with all our demo images. Before we can label the dataset, we must create a new project with an ontology. The ontology describes what kind of objects and classifications you are interested in annotating. Once the project is ready, we can go in and label a few items. Now that we have some annotated data, we can go back into Databricks and run the final command to bring our annotations to Databricks. Next, we can go back into our notebook and run the final command to bring these annotations into Databricks for downstream use. The label column includes a JSON of all the objects and classifications we placed on that asset. You can store these annotations into Delta Lake and then train your AI models. This notebook walks you through the basics of the Labelbox Connector for Databricks. Please check out our documentation for more information about advanced capabilities like model-assisted labeling, how to use the catalog to locate and prioritize assets for labeling, and how to use model diagnostics to look for areas to improve your model.